Virgin River Season 7 is probably gonna be the most exciting season we've seen so far because the Season 6 finale literally changed everything. Will Mel and Jack finally be able to become parents like they've always dreamed? What happened to Charmaine and the twins? And what jaw-dropping surprises will we see in the show? If you're curious about the answers to all these questions, here's what could happen in the first episode of Season 7 and throughout the rest of the season. At the beginning of the new season, as you might expect, we'll find out what happened to Charmaine. Jack and Mel were worried something might have happened since they hadn't heard from her, and Jack went to her house to check, but she wasn't there. When he entered the twins' room, we saw Jack looking both scared and shocked, but we didn't see exactly what he saw. At this point, we can think about what might have happened. My guess is that Charmaine may have fainted. Most likely this season we might learn that Charmaine has a serious health issue. Until she recovers, Mel and Jack could take care of the twins. And there's another possibility that's harder to think about. Rumors say Calvin might have kidnapped or harmed Charmaine, which is a really scary thought, but this seems unlikely because according to showrunner Patrick Sean Smith, the twins are perfectly fine, so it's likely that Charmaine is okay too. What do you think will happen to Charmaine and the twins? Write your thoughts in the comments. Okay, now let's talk about something happier, and of course I mean Jack and Mel's honeymoon. According to the showrunner, Mel and Jack will explore the honeymoon phase as they're building their lives on the farm, which comes with its own obstacles. At this point, I think building their lives refers to adopting Marley's baby. I don't know about you, but after such a perfect wedding, I really want to see Mel and Jack have a baby as well. Of course, like any marriage, adopting a baby can be challenging. They might not be sure if they're ready, especially since the couple Marley had chosen to give her baby to suddenly changed their mind, which was a really unexpected twist. So in the first episode of the new season, I think the couple will have long conversations during their honeymoon about whether to adopt the baby or not. And in the end, of course, what we want might happen, and we could see a truly happy and peaceful family picture. Maybe Mel and Jack temporarily looking after the twins for Charmaine will influence their decision. What do you think? Now it's time to stir things up a bit. Let's talk about the Brady, Bree, and Mike love triangle. As you know, at the end of season 6, Mike proposed to Bree out of the blue. Even when Bree told Mike she had been with Brady, Mike, although he seemed upset, said he already knew and didn't mind. But my thought is, deep down, Mike is unhappy with Bree. What probably led him to propose was seeing how happy Jack and Mel were on their wedding day. In season 7, after some time passes, Mike and Bree might likely realize that marriage wasn't the right choice and end the relationship. Brady, who wants to move forward with his relationship with Lark, didn't see the same enthusiasm from her in the last season finale, so Brady and Bree, who didn't find what they were looking for in their own relationships, might try to find happiness with each other. There could also be a surprise for Mike. The former police officer Victoria, played by Sarah Canning, will come to Virgin River to look into Doc's investigation, and she will run into an old friend, Mike. I think something happened between these two in the past, and Mike might find true happiness with Victoria after Bree. Do you think Mike should be with someone else, or does he still deserve a chance with Bree? Let's discuss in the comments. Another couple I'm hoping to see some positive developments for this season is Lizzy and Denny. As you know, Lizzy is pregnant, and according to rumors, we'll see the baby being born around the middle of season 7. Right now, with Denny dealing with his illness and the couple still being very young, they may face some challenges after the baby arrives, but I believe that as long as they support each other, they can overcome anything. Now I want to talk about the young at heart couple, Doc and Hope. As you know, in the last season finale, Doc's license was revoked and he risked losing his clinic. Luckily, Hope promised to support him. I believe this couple will do everything they can to get their work back on track from the start of the new season, and eventually they will succeed. However, this process might be full of challenges because Matthew Harrison as Dr. Wilson will appear and he will likely take over Doc's clinic. We might see a big clash between the two. The last couple I want to mention is Kaya and John. Honestly, I was really worried when Kaya said in the season finale that she didn't want to marry at first, but by the end of the episode when she said, "If I marry, it will be you," I felt truly relieved. I think from the first episode of season 7, Kaya and John will start wedding preparations and have a perfect wedding just like Mel and Jack. And now the surprise moment. Colum Kerr is coming back as Everett. Honestly, I thought he was being saved for a spin-off, but since the spin-off hasn't been greenlit yet, we'll see even more flashback scenes in season 7. So when can we watch this exciting season? Filming wrapped up on June 16 and the season will consist of 10 episodes. I think we are now in the final stages of preparation and we can expect the show in early 2026. What are you hoping to see in Virgin River's new season? Let's meet in the comments. By the way, if you're wondering about what will happen in Outlander Season 8, check out this video.